Welcome back to the Relius Reviews. Today's review is focused on Amazon original I Know What You Did Last Summer, episode 6, entitled Least You Had to Spare. And the official synopsis of Least You Had to Spare is: more devastating truths are unearthed by Lennon as the crew frantically search for one of their own who has gone missing. And before I give up my review, please like and subscribe and comment. Tell me what I should review next. And I felt like episode 6 was not a bad episode. Flashbacks was still pain in the butt. So the episode starts off the night before where we ended off in the very last episode. And it just shows the entire gang frantically trying to escape from Clara's property and everything. Riley is in some serious trouble as she's had to gone into the river. She's gotten out of the river. She's running for her life against this huge truck and everything. And long story short, she gets hit by the truck and she gets stabbed. And it seems as if she is on a t-shirt now. Meanwhile, Dylan, he tries to escape. Allison, she tries to escape. Margot, she screams for her life, but she somehow escapes. And then we get a flashback scene of the party once again. This TV show, the producers just like making this feel stupid. Why do we need all these flashbacks? The flashback is Riley at the party stealing some prescription pills from people's cabinets and everything. Then we see Dylan dressed in all black driving around the area where Riley was stabbed and everything. And when he is driving away, Riley is somehow, some way still alive. And that was just a little bit suspicious in my opinion. Why are you driving back to the area? Did he not leave? If he did not leave, that is pretty suspicious. Margot and Allison, they talk about different things. Allison is still shocked about the fact is that Clara and her father was married. She tries to find out who this Fred person is, and Margot just gives her some advice on what to possibly do and everything else. Then sometime later, Courtney realizes that her daughter Riley has not came back home and everything, and she starts to get a little bit worried. We see the police is still trying to investigate where all of these weird spiders has been coming from and everything. Courtney tries to get help from the police, but unfortunately it falls on deaf ears as she has to wait 48 hours to officially report her missing. And then we just get a crazy weird glimpse of Riley's arm, as there's an arm that's been found but no Riley, and we just get more flashbacks once again. The trio, Margot, Allison, and Dylan, they decide to try to look for Riley the best way that they possibly can. Courtney is just having a really bad gut feeling that something is wrong with her daughter, something is not right, she could be in some serious trouble. Bruce, he does the best that he could possibly can at the moment. So meanwhile, while the two are walking, Allison accidentally finds the serial killer's boot and everything, and she just throws it away, throws it off like it's nothing. And Dylan, he just shows no emotion to everything. The two continue to talk until they eventually find Riley's arm, and now they fear the worst has happened to Riley. So then Bruce, he talks to Clara about different things, about their lives as well, secrets, and he asks her about Riley, and Claire doesn't say nothing. Courtney, on the other hand, someone has been texting her some mysterious locations, and she decides to go through it, and it's the same place where Riley went missing. And it turns out that it was a setup, as whoever texted Courtney Riley's locations was a freaking setup. And long story short, Courtney, she's dead, and she dies in a pretty horrible way. And so the trio, they get some text messages as well, and they get a pinpoint location, and the location is the caves, and they all just automatically just fear the worst, that Riley is confirmed to be dead. But Riley, somehow, some way, shape, or form, she is still alive. And Bruce is finally able to talk to Allison about everything. And he drops a few different bombshells that just messes up Allison completely, which is the fact is that their mother is still alive, and Lennon knew the whole truth all along, and she was kept out of everything, and that Fred was a cult member, as Bruce, their mother, Fred, and Clara, they were all cult members of some weird, mysterious cult and everything else. And long story short, it is nighttime. The police are now starting to suspect Clara after Courtney's body was found, and they put an APB on Clara and Riley as well, because Riley may still be alive. And Riley, she makes it back home, barely, and it seems as if like she is slowly passing away. And Clara somehow finds her and everything. And Dylan, he disappears from Margot's house. He goes into the cave, and he makes a weird discovery as well, which is many different animals being sacrificed, blood, candles everywhere. And he sees Clara with Riley's body and says the tide is coming in. And that is how the episode basically ends. Now, when it comes to suspects and everything, honestly, I do have some ideas on who it may be, but at the same time, I could be 100% wrong. After this episode, I really do not know if Clara is responsible for killing Riley or anybody else, because the way that she looked at Riley when she found Riley and everything, she looked shocked. So I don't know what Clara was about to do with Riley, if Riley is actually dead now. She said the tide is coming in. I don't know if she's about to let her body go to like the tide, or try to somehow, some way help Riley stay alive. Dylan, I am now starting to suspect Dylan as well, because he's been acting weird from the very beginning. And in this episode, he was driving around the area once again. I don't know, to look for Riley, or he was trying to hide something. But to me, I think that Dylan is just really suspicious now. And he just said a lot of just really just jacked up things as well in this episode, such as Courtney being dead may be better. He's had a whole lot of guilt ever since the incident happened. And maybe he feels as if like people, like everybody needs to get killed off for what they did. And I don't know any other side characters would have a reason to kill everybody. Like, even when Allison found the shoe, he did not seem interested at all. And he even threw his phone in the ocean as well. Like, why would you do that? But only time will tell with what happens next. I would say thanks for watching. And until next time, goodbye.